Welcome back to the Opium Den. Let's get high. Alright, we are starting off with probably the most exciting part of this outpost phase, and that's our level up. Very interesting cards when you look back here with Banner. Like, there is a pretty interesting range build that utilizes wind more than the melee AoE build does, for sure. Um, in hindsight, might have liked to try that, but I'm sticking with what I got right now. And then in terms of perks, I did peek at these, and I'm thinking Overwhelm sounds good, because if nothing else, it's +1, but it has a chance to scale a little bit. I mean, an extra attack 2 in the deck feels pretty good. I'm just going to take the last Overwhelm. Hand management-wise, okay. So I'm going to keep Combined Effort and our new card, because I really think they work together well. In terms of, like, bottom moving things up, it pretty much guarantees that I can keep a banner up. Little underwhelmed by Pincer. The attack 5's nice, but the muddling is getting kind of old. You know, when I first read this, I definitely thought the muddle would be on enemies, not myself. And that's still how it reads to me, but I definitely feel like I was muddled the last mission a couple times after using that. Definitely could be wrong there. But it's kind of hard to set up. When I do set it up, I'd rather use the meat grinder anyway. I end up prioritizing that for the bottom a lot. It's just a very universal card. Alright, gonna keep Tip of the Spear. The Pierce is nice depending on the mission, and the Move 4 is good. I'll take... What do I want? Probably Unbreakable Wall. Either that, or it's deflecting just for the initiative and the disadvantage. I guess I'll stick with that. I got enough AoE. Anything we want to change here? I don't think so. I really need the move 4 that's attached to the Deadly Shot. So I'm going to keep that in the deck for now. And Gem. Pretty much we're just going to keep running the same stuff. Alright, mission-wise, I have tried to be a little bit more intentional. While I'm talking, I'll try and multitask here. Mission-wise, I've tried to be a little bit more intentional about looking up what we are doing to make me feel a little bit more comfortable at higher difficulty. And if I'm honest with you, it hasn't gone well. And that's because I was like, okay, well, I really like the idea of doing Drifter's retirement quest now that I finally got the 8 wood, and that involves the Sacred Soil quest line. So I thought it would open up the Raven's Roost, which is the first part of that quest line, and it didn't. It just went straight to this Sacred Soil mission that I now can't access until I get Raven's Roost via some other way, or retire Gem. So that leaves me to need to retire Gem, and Gems is probably my longest based on collecting 5 herbs, and who knows when that is. I don't really want to do the temple entrance again. Let's avoid cannons for 1. I think I'm going to go straight to the Snowscorn Peak. Let's see if we can fight a boss here, see how this goes.
You're fighting sundown and trying to make use of the remaining light when you stumble over an odd piece of metal. Curiosity gets the better of you, and after a moment of digging, you've excavated it far enough to see the hilt of a sword held fast in the permafrost. But the blade doesn't want to budge. It looks to be of an older design, ornate and masterfully crafted. You could heat it up and try to pry it free, but there isn't much sunlight left, and the rest of your journey would be more dangerous. Alternatively, you could mark the location and wait for warmer weather to collect it.
Alright, I'm not going to do this because I'm probably discarding multiple cards from my hand to start, and like I alluded to, I pre-prepped the Ravens mission, assuming that I would have access to that storyline, not straight to the Sacred Soil. So we're going into this blind. So I don't really want to be down 2 or 4 cards or something goofy. I think we just pick this and come back.
You make note of the location on your map, confident that returning after the ice has softened will allow you to retrieve the weapon easily. You hustle along to your destination and hope the delay won't cause too many issues.
Alright, new road event. So probably a summer road event, right? If it was frozen in winter, that's what I would assume. Let's see what we got. Prepper, definitely doable, but I just kind of need the damage from Gem at this point. Excuse me. 3 or more. We'll try this with the Javelin. It might be doable. Alright, and I need to loot here. These two would be amazing on Gem. So much so that do I bring my loot card? So, loot and regen health isn't bad. Or I do the pure damage. But this one's pretty hard to set up, because there's not many scenarios. I mean, I guess it's melee, so it's a free pure damage, and, well, I would attack. If I don't fully kill, then I would do that and hit it. That means I need to move more during my range turn to set that up. Versus here, it's at least a top, so I could move and loot, but I'd have to get rid of a range card. What would be the one I get rid of? Cutting down on Gem's hands was one of the hardest things I did in the tabletop. Like, you get to a point where everything you have or are giving up, like, has value. Man, is it Locust Host? Maybe. Bring in the 2... I mean, I can get rid of Icebound pretty easily, because I'm not generating ice, so I can do that, I guess, and we'll see how this plays. Alright. We're getting a little greedy there. Probably at some point I'm going to wish I had that big attack.
The wind never stops. It buffets you, a constant presence stealing your heat and fogging your mind, reducing your hands to frozen claws. But you cannot stop either. You carve a route toward the peak, one piton at a time, hoping to reach the snow speakers hiding there before they cause any permanent damage. Your limbs burning in protest, you jam your hands and feet over and over into jagged crevices. Just when you think you might have to give up, you reach for one final grip and feel snow instead. The summit. Pulling yourselves over the ledge, you discover an island hidden in the stratosphere. A secret frozen plateau. The mountaintop rises steeply to a peak, and only a short distance away stands your welcoming party. It consists of one ancient steel-eyed Olgox and 2 detachments of demons, their teeth bared in the frigid wind.
Our preparations are nearly complete, interlopers.
The elder Olgox says, an indulgent smile crisscrossing her face.
This mountain will fall, and when it does, the dirt-worshipping cult of Ice Speakers will be crushed.
That's pretty aggressive.
The elder raises her hand, and a great
Why can't we
vortex
just all
of
get along
snow
and be friends?
swirls around her. The rock beneath you begins to shake. The air hums with menace.
I will use this mountain's own energy against it. Death comes!
You let
Oops, didn't mean to click. You let loose a cry and rush in, the time for speeches is over. My bad. Something that's always interesting to me, the dialogue audio in this game seems to be like different volumes sometimes, even within the same dialogue. That one was pretty consistent. It was a little quiet all the way through. But there's been a few that, like, page to page, all of a sudden it's so much quieter, I'm like, what is going on? Man, I'm kind of bummed that we couldn't do the Raven's Roost mission. That's kind of an interesting special rule that you gotta, like, do damage on everyone in the first room, or else it turns into, like, a more difficult enemy without, like, a ton of spoilers. That's kind of the gist. And, I was gonna move Gem up and then do Gem's bottom wound on... I could have, I believe, hit everyone in that room. It would have been really, really nice, because then they would have taken a damage every turn. So pretty much the Elgok Stormcaller is our boss. Disarm, okay, that's kind of annoying. Curse, Stun, Immobilize. So we can Poison and Wound, and we need to do 78. And our only goal is to kill here. These guys are just blocking us from our goal. Okay. So we got to discard a card off the bat. I think Flailing Tendrils is probably fine. Yeah, I'm probably not using that to get the wound. I'll figure out something else. I kind of like the idea of Javelin, because he has Retaliate, so I could do like the Javelin into deflecting combo, or I could just do a big Pierce attack and try and kill. So I'm going to keep all those to keep my options open. Yeah, maybe let them come. Alright, and alright, Drifter ignores. So we are set up for the Javelin there if Gem starts in range and does a pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what top could I... That's my top. What bottom could I do? I could do a Pierce off the bat. Just get some pretty big damage there. I'll do this because I don't think this AoE is going to be that great. Here, let's set up. The Elgok Stormcaller, I did skim what they do, and he's got something where he does pure trap damage, so the shield's not going to be very effective. The move kind of goes crazy to just get there faster. 2, 3. Maybe I should have left the jump boots on. So there's value to the move. There's also value to the heals. But I think for now, I want to get the move out to get to the back as fast as I can. And then Banner, we need to go after... We need to go after Gem with that combo. So I can go at 30 here. Oop. Alright, I like this turn. Pulling. Okay, get me out of formation off the bat. Love that. So he's going to summon every turn. That's why we can't get lost in the sauce back here. Like, I need to push up. Okay. That's it. Let's do the pull there. They ended up lining up, huh? But there's no way I could get up there. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't have the 3. Alright, let's do this. And I'm feeling kind of unlucky. I don't know what it is, but my gut says I have to use this. Oh, we still left him alive, even with the strengthened attack. That is dog poop. So you're doing move to attack. Shoot, I kind of want to push everyone up, but then I'm actually getting hit. So I think I just got to skip this. Man, that's annoying. I did Pierce on that guy for nothing. Alright, so I am in melee with Gem. He's got 8. Alright, so if I maybe attack with Gem first, then Drifter could potentially finish. I'm going to get Drifter going. Yeah, there's no way I can hit both. There would have been if I brought my 83 card, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm going to start getting Drifter up. I definitely misclicked already. Not getting out my Persistent. Alright. So... What can we do? I kind of like this, along with maybe the move and jump. There also is value to this if Banner could get out of the way. And Banner has jump boots. I mean, I could Boldening Blow for the bottom. Oh, I actually could have kept Drifter here and Boldening Blowed both of them a bless in their deck. That probably would have been the move. But now I could Javelin, get out of the way with the jump, get Gem up. Gem can do the pure damage, hit and loot, and then still immobilize from there. And then Drifter. I'm thinking it's probably time for the big attack. Bloodletting feels a little risky. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Sustain momentum. That's alright. The top of this still is really good, so not the end of the world. I don't have a way to really pull this off unless he comes up. Two, three, four. Yeah, so I think this turn's just to go early. And see if we can get a kill here. We're doing double attack here. Then Banner might be able to finish next turn. Another summon. Shoot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if we go to here, that's too much. 1, 2, 3. We're getting hit. We can only move up 1. Yeah, let's see about a kill here. That'd be great. Alright, Banner, let's work your magic. So, attack across. That's a nice hit. We pop our jump boots. What are you doing? Move to attack 4. I'm going to keep you coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh no, I jumped out of range. No, it is range 3. Okay. The other one's range 2. But I almost messed that up. So there's almost value to using this for the late initiative and then just doing a blitz at this guy. You know what? I actually did that wrong, because if I would have come here, then no one's taking damage. I did that wrong. I'm going to take unnecessary damage because I have the immobilize here. That's on me. That's dumb. What do we get? Alright, lumber. That's alright. Oh, alright. Not my best start. Not my best start. What the heck? That was the push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess I was just in range 5. Boo. Alright, man, that was a bad turn. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could go hit both of those with... No, I can't hit both because I don't have another move 4. We're disarmed here, which is trash. And Banner got himself in trouble. Banner got herself in trouble. Just kidding, I did. Made bad choices. So I'm just going to go as late as I can, since I can attack, and then move up as far as I can. Because I got to start getting someone up there. Honestly, probably just a heal and move up late. Oh, the swarming has begun at the back. Thank you, Banner. Thank you, thank you. Alright, well, we're getting hit no matter what, so let me get up there. That regen's not going to last long, but we take it. Don't hate this to get the disadvantage back. We've taken 2 hits. And it gets me my advantage back. Or do I take the jump boots and then jump over? Yeah, I like that. It's a little more aggressive, but we take it. Hey, live by one, just like we drew it up. Alright. We're going to keep being super greedy here. No. I want to get up, because then I'm actually in range. Yeah, I have to do this. I really want to loot, but I need to do this so I can be in range to attack next turn. Target 3 within range 5, push 2, and of course you're going super late. I'll give you the shield, see if we can low roll that. That's about all I can do. Okay, I see a miss. Dude, right through the hazardous terrain again. They're definitely, like, picking, right? Because this could have been just straight back, but... Alright, Drifter. Go work your magic, my dude. You're kind of soloing. 2, 3. I kind of think it's this combo. And that's because I really want that poison and wound off. Because Banner and Gem, even though they have natural poison, are not in a position to use it. And I can't really get the Dragonfly off. I really have to do the bottom attack here to change forms. So I guess I'm going to do the top there. I'll go late and see about getting the banner out and then maybe moving it up next turn. I don't know. So far this round doesn't feel very good. Okay, some damage through. This just feels like a waste without an element out. That feels like a waste. +1. Ooh. Okay, I'll beat a melee form. We're chilling. I guess if I would have went early and got the banner out, but... This isn't going to proc because I'm near 2, which is a little annoying. Come on, Drifter, we need good flips here. This turn goes crazy. Oh, I'd like to save the heal for like a bigger heal, but I think I need it or else I'm burning right now. Oh, Banner, I have not played you well this mission. I'm sorry. These burns are going to be unreal. And it's going to happen again. Oh, my dude. Alright, what am I doing here? That has to be within range 2. Can't really get an attack off. Gem's already done its thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I could get Gem in a position. What are Gem's cards? Okay, well this would hit both, which isn't bad. I've got the potential to kill one, and I would at least take focus. So I could do that and then jump over to start helping Drifter. But pretty much I'm just giving up on Banner if I don't heal myself here. Alright, so we're going to do something similar, but on our own, because that's all we can do. I still have the move boots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 1. I think I'm going to jump up in Hornet Stingers backwards to negate some damage. See if I can at least get a kill here. That doesn't sound bad. And then I really would love... It's got to be Chunk of Flesh, right? Ooh, I wish I could get him up there to attack. I guess I can with a short rest. Move. Or with my jump boots, move. Get him up there. Because that would allow me to get a bigger heal. Don't love these initiatives, but that's okay. Yeah, combined efforts, no. Oh, I can't take this damage, but I need it. Alright, it's fine. Alright, so we go at 32 here, I think. Nah, we'll go as early as I can to try and pull this off. Okay, they hit their 85. They're pushing, which is annoying. Okay, now I should try and get the banner out eventually. I'm gonna go here. There's not as far to push. And then I think I just need to keep attacking this. Poison sounds good. I don't know that it'll matter, but... to the +2. I'm going to keep an early initiative and the Banner of Strength. That's about all I can do. That's a better flip. That's a better flip. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man, I miscounted. That's okay. I still think this is the play, and then I just hit both. But I really don't want to be stuck back here. I'll get a poison off here. Come on, decent flips. That's a pretty good turn. So I could consume the wind to generate something else. I am going to be in my ranged form. I think probably the fire's the move. Because either way, that gives me either a regen on Drifter, feels pretty good, or it gives me... oops, didn't mean to click that. Yeah, stamina doesn't do me any good because my card I have in hand isn't what I want. It's like I'm in a really bad spot, but I'm also finally gaining a little momentum. Because I finally got Drifter in position. I've I have to keep crushing weight active. You're going to target 3, you're dead, you're out of range, I can't give it to myself, so kind of pointless. I think it's got to be Meat Grinder. I'd love that extra damage out. Gem's just never going to make it up there. Really don't like this turn. So much so that I think I'm going to short rest because I need to keep that persistent out. I don't just want to be wasting attacks here. So I'm actually going to short rest with Drifter. Banner. We now got pushed hella out of position. But 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay. Hang on. I can give the movement with Banner to at least help Gem. 3. And then Gem can do a range attack. This might be a good AoE with the fire. And then maybe move up after to get set up closer to melee. But I'm going to short rest here. I'll go late there because I get the free heal, which is now a heal 3. And then Banner, theoretically, can give both them movement and do nothing. Yeah, alright, scared fight. So if I have the movement already at 25, man, I kind of want to be greedy and double attack, but I also don't think initiative-wise I can go at that. So I'm going to go at 27, do a big attack. Oh, thank God, they're just healing. Finally, we got lucky. And he's not summoning, he's just doing an attack. We got fairly lucky. I'm not looting with Gem near enough. I know I'm leaving that flame fruit. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I guess with that extra movement, I even could have set up Rallying Cry. Yeah, that's what I needed to do. Alright, I am going to restart for that, because Banner's pretty much just dead, and I'm being greedy, and I really want that XP. Plus, the disarm just feels good to take 1 less piece of damage next turn. I mean, Banner's not dead. I just don't have an efficient way to get like a heal 6 where I'm out of range of all these multi-target attacks. Alright, so exact same turn here. Banner, you went 25. Gem, short rest, we go 27. And I'll go 65 here. Yes, we got rid of that. We went 27 with the Firefly. Okay, very lucky on that flip, and he was out of range. They did get the poisons off, which is kind of annoying. Boots get me to there, Rallying Cry, then hits. Sure. Glad I hit the shield there. That was important. Nope. Come on, please, big flips. Not quite who I would have loved the big flip on, but that's okay. I'll go here. I could wrap my attack 2 that way at least. Of course, you're pushing. Oh, no. That's just your range. Alright. We're going to do the baby heal, I think, because it's an attack 3. I'd like to not burn here. Stamina-wise, we are at a weird number there. So I could get Selfless Bottom back. because I'm melee now. So I think it's probably drag down pure damage. And that changes me, so I am going to pop this. Let's get Selfless back. Should have short rested. Ooh, I guess it's Shockwave. Should have short rested. If he's gonna hit one at disadvantage, why wouldn't he just attack here at disadvantage? Like, that feels super strange to me that he would run up over here just to be a turd. Alright, well, selfishly I need to heal on Drifter. I'm gonna actually do this, because that resets the attack. And then we're kind of in a better spot here. Honestly, it might be the attack 4 time. Either that or I do it for the bottom attack 4. Can I muddle you? Should have short rested last turn. Why does it not like what I'm doing? Okay. Is what it is. Is what it is. Banner, what you got, my dude? You're in a Rallying Cry formation. You're also just in a Javelin formation. Honestly, I think I'm just going to do basic attack. And stay in melee. Because then I could potentially do pure damage again. And get off more damage. Or pop this so I do more range damage. I have to move up. Probably my best chance to do that. And probably the chunk of flesh to get my healing up. Multi-target, move and attack melee. Okay, that's going to be on Gem. Come on. I'll take one less. Let's see about the muddle. I will leave that for Gem. Crushing weight up to 4 feels pretty good. Continuous health feels pretty good. We're only at 2 here. We've got them below half. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? I think I gotta keep my damage up. But I'm not getting pushed away, so I could actually use the bottom heal. So that, my next turn is going to be Prudent and... Oh, are these guys pushing? Consuming Wind to push 2. Should just be here. Should just be there. So I should still have the bottom heal. I think I just gotta keep crushing weight out. I would love for Gem not to, like, burn 3 times this turn. We'll see how this works. I wondered which way it was going to push first. You know, there's really nothing I can do there. Alright, gotta be a melee card. Probably draining. Because the attack 3 is not great. I'm never going to get Sun out. Alright. I mean, that's an attack 2 with the Pierce. This is actually an attack 2, but I could hit both. So it's got to be dragged down feeding. I now have to move, but the move 2 feels pretty good. Along with, I think, just a big attack. And I'll move here so I take focus of one of these guys, and we're just going to long rest here. I mean, Gem's going to kill him. Occupying or adjacent. Oh, and a Frost Demon. That's a rough one. And it's at 17. And they're doing a disarm. Oh, baby. Let's get one extra heal, because I think I'm gonna need it. So I could potentially launch it this way and kill him, but like, how do I turn down an attack 6 on this guy? The only thing is, if I don't, I have 2 guys disarm next time instead of 1. Shoot. But this makes me give something up. Thing is, if I don't attack him and hit a ×2, I'm just going to be livid, because 12 goes crazy. But I really can't afford the disarm. What am I going to do disarm? A double heal turn? I mean, Gem could use the heal. He could use a bottom heal. I'll give up this. I'm actually going to attack here, because then he should focus Banner if I don't do Gem's damage bottom. And this keeps Drifter not disarmed for next turn, because I absolutely need this damage. Okay, this attack kind of goes crazy. But I don't love that crittle. But I did keep Banner alive, so Banner should take this because it's closer. Man, that's an early sack of Banner. That feels bad. I did not play very well there. The only bad thing here is how close everything is to me in range form. And with that crittle, I'm in a bad way. So I can heal and attack here, and then that allows me to probably actually get back to here. Maybe hit both of these guys. Actually, I could attack and pull him through the hazardous if I have a move 3. Which I do, but that gets me back to melee. That's not very effective. I mean, I could do the attack 2 on multiple guys, but it's not great. Man, I wish that push wasn't specifically range 2. I kind of have to run through the hazardous terrain or else I have nothing. So I'd rather run to here and pull him through the hazardous. Get some free damage. Oh, he's doing that again. I think this is all going to come down to Drifter being a hero. There's the ×2. We'll be in melee next turn, so let's pull everything through. Yeah, we're gonna win this. Still got one more heal. That's a crazy attack. It does not like when you double pick short rest. Sometimes you gotta do goofy things to kind of say, hey, it's okay, I can do this. Yep, Fortitude's fine to get rid of. Alright, what do we got? Probably just that. Let's go early and get a persistent back and get our heal out. There's so much loot I'm going to leave on this mission. I'm going to keep this out just because I would burn it here before I get to reuse it. Take the self-heal. Probably take the crushing weight. 2 and 2. I'll take the heal. Maybe I'll slow down. Yep, I'll take the 1 damage because that gets him in potentially like 1 to 2 turn range of Drifter getting a kill. One, two, three. This feels like a pretty good go get a chest turn. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't do the top attack, so I'm stuck in melee like a dummy. That's why you can't change plans with Drifter. Or with Gem. Alright, big heal on ourselves, and I think we just kill and end it. I'm just so far away from actually like getting the loot set up. So I could wound everything. That gets me an XP. This changes me forms. And then here I heal myself. I only have 5 cards. And he's dead in 4 turns, but I don't have 4 turns unless I do more damage. I think I'm okay slow playing this 1 turn though. But am I ever going to get Gem back in a position to loot? Not really. Not really. Then he's summoning again. So I'm just going to take my shots to end this, I think.
Your pathetic flailing does nothing.
Coughs rack her chest, and blood drips into the snow.
I never planned to leave this mountain alive. Your fate is already sealed. The mountain, it falls!
Her eyes go dull, and her body relaxes into death, but her words still echo. You stand for a moment, thinking, could she have really done so much? Or was that simply the frustrated ravings of defeat?
A little bit since we were able to focus and get a chest. What do we get? Nice. That's a pretty solid chest. Kind of greedily just want to move to those. I was gonna say, I think it gives me an XP, so I'm gonna do it, even though it seems dumb. Because it is dumb. Did we get... Ah! Fudge. That was the axe nut. That's annoying. Oh, that's funny. So if I would have done it the other way... Holy cow. Never mind. We couldn't have stalled. We could not have stalled. Actually, yeah. I'm glad we didn't try and get cute and do things the other way. Got like 0 XP from cards on banner. But that was a pretty good win. There were definitely some things I would do different. You know, at the end of the day, like, because...
Almost as if it heard your thoughts, the mountain trembles, and something deep within it shifts. The tremor doesn't last long, but it's powerful enough to make you stumble. You rappel down as fast as you can, praying that Snowscorn holds together.
So, nice. New mandatory quest. Ooh. Straight into it. Alright, well I saw the save icon, so I am going to call it there. Because I didn't plan on 2 in a row. But this is exciting. Can we level up here? Probably not. Alright, that's alright. We got our save icon. I'm excited to do this mandatory quest. Wish I would have got the flame fruit. Super annoyed I didn't have enough time to loot, but hey, good mission. We got a dub. It was close. I would have definitely played Banner different in hindsight. Man, that one turn where I jumped to the other side of the hazard and got murdered and pushed back through it, I just never got health back from that. That was a huge error on my part. Drifter I played really well. His persistent move would have helped a lot the initial time to go late and get to the guy, but it's really hard to use his persistence for one big move, especially when the top of that card is my attack 4 once his bigger damage is out, and then move back a token, so it's a free attack 4. So even though initially I thought I picked the wrong card, and I did, I think it worked out in the long run. Gem, I pretty much just played super aggressive damage burns, and I think for that mission, it worked. I matched the tempo I needed. So yeah, overall pretty good mission. Wish I could have shown off Braveheart a little more. That was a pretty brutal mission for Banner, but Banner's hard, because it feels like either everything aligns, and it's super rewarding to play, and you're doing damage and supporting your team and healing them and blessing them and poisoning the other people, or it's like, or you just completely play support and you give other people movements to do double attacks and you use your turn to heals. And I personally feel that Banner probably plays a better ladder role that I just described rather than the move and AoE damage. Yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. I've been kind of theory crafting a lot with Banner, and I kind of regret... I don't regret the cards I've chosen, but I think given the other 2 people in this comp, the range attacks maybe are a touch less damage and have a touch less conditional effects for my team, like the heal or the poison. But I think that, plus like just the support, is probably a better role for this comp. So... hindsight's 20/20. When you random comp, you know, it's always kind of interesting, and that's the hard part about this game, is those card selections are permanent. And especially for people like Banner, who are so element focused, once you go away from something like Wind, it's pretty hard then later to say, oh, let me go back and change this build and go to more of a range build. So it's all good. I've really enjoyed this comp. It's probably one of the stronger early game comps I could have got for this run, so got really lucky there. But hopefully you guys are still enjoying it. Would really love to get one of these guys retired so we can random in someone else. Unfortunately, since I'm locked out of drifters, it's pretty much going to have to be gem, which means I need to loot more aggressively with gem. And banners is 150 XP, so I just got to keep setting up and pulling off those multi-attacks. But we will hit this Sky Hall next time. I'm going to manual save here just to make sure. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.